So for a man to spend a night with you, the cost is $2,700.
It just depends on the man. Some men are my friends, and I like having sex with them, and I feel safe with them, and they might bring me a burrito, and we fuck, if I can say that. Some men, that's like fine. I said, their vibration, their energy is very kind of toxic and low vibration, and that's my test. It's kind of like women test men, right? So however we do it, we all do it. We see how much attention he's going to give us. We see how available he is or not. We see if he lives with his mother. We see if he has
How much does it cost if he lives with his mom? Does it cost more or less? Like, do you do charity?
Okay, so I'll give you an example. So I have all these guys in their 20s sliding into my DMs, and they want to go out with me. So what I'm doing is I understand this is not a man I'm going to sleep with. This is not a man I'm ever going to think of as a husband. But you know what? I like that he shot his shot. And you know what? This guy, with where he's at in life, logically, he needs to be going and getting himself like a single mom stripper. And so I think logically, okay, let me help raise this man up. And what I say is, I just did this, 27-year-old man. I could tell maybe he has an apartment or some roommates, maybe he lives with his parents, but he's at that phase of life. You can't afford a woman like me. So I agreed to, what can he afford? He could afford to take me to lunch. So I say, listen, I'll meet you for lunch. My son needs new summer clothes, like summer shorts. How about this? I'll meet you for lunch. You can have me for like 2 hours, and we can just, on Amazon right there, you can order my son the stuff he wants, because you need to practice providing for that child of that single mom that's at your level. So let me help you practice. And then I'm going to even coach you through how to have eyes for the woman that you're qualified to be with right now. And then I tell him, she's a stripper. She's a stripper at a strip club. She's a single mom. She probably has one little kid. And these are the things that you want to look for of being able to tell the good women versus the toxic just strippers who are just career strippers and they're just working you for their money, because there's signs of how to know. There's signs of how to tell a good woman, even if she's in a non-traditional profession. There are signs there. So I will coach this young man through that. That in and of itself is literally worth thousands of dollars of my consulting time as a therapist, as a professional. I agreed to do it for a lunch and maybe $100 of buying my son his summer clothes. Now, if he agrees to it, what a brilliant freaking guy.
Word.
If he doesn't, we don't go on the date. He loses it.
Wow. Guys, I'm speechless. So she gets young man to buy her son toys and everything else the son needs just to go out on a date with her. And then she teaches those young men how to avoid gold diggers. This must be a joke. And I guarantee there are men who actually pay her, who buy her son stuff so she can teach them how to avoid gold diggers. Do you guys get the logic? Do you guys get what's going on here? And I'm sure she has the men who pay. I mean, if you get a man who has never been out on a date with a woman and the woman says, you can take me out as long as you buy my son something, the man will do it. There's some young men who just want to go out with a woman and the guy will do it. But even the women look confused. Look at her face. Look at her face. This woman is like, what's going on here? Look at this one. But you know, I gotta give her credit. One thing she said that was very right was the fact that women test men. And she was talking about how she charges men differently. She says there are men who pay her rent and she doesn't even have any intimacy with them. And the men who just have to buy her tacos and burritos from Chipotle, and she will sleep with them. If you know, you know. But I hope that teaches you something as a man watching this. So in other words, the men who pay her rent, she doesn't do nothing with them. And the men who just buy her ice cream and tacos, she actually sleeps with them. That's what I will leave it right there. Let's watch a little bit more. It's crazy.
So that's how I do it.
You mentioned low vibration.
Yes.
What is a low vibration?
Okay, so We are all actually vibrating energy. We are not solid form. We are literally atoms. We are a cluster of atoms that appears to be solid, but there is space in between each atom and it's vibrating, right? So what we are calling emotion, that's an energetic vibrational frequency. So shame carries a particular frequency, for example. And the thing is, we have not been taught how to properly process or handle any of these more difficult feeling emotions. Think when you get embarrassed and your cheeks flush. It has a physical effect.
Guys, pay attention to the faces of other women. Look, look. It's not even disgust. They're confused, just like I'm confused. And she says she's the therapist. Pay attention to the faces of other women as she's talking.
Effect on our body, these different emotions, right? So we have not been taught that it's okay to feel shame or embarrassment. So when it comes, it's supposed to just correct us. It's supposed to say, hey, you might want to put a sweatshirt on.
Say that you attract your vibration.
Exactly. So when I say
does that mean that you're attracting these low vibration men because you're low vibration?
No,
By
here's
your
the thing.
logic, 'cause I don't believe in that,
You
but-
can't control the energy coming at you. What you can control is which energy you allow into your close space. So when these low vibration guys come, so they're stuck in their childhood issues. So they are stuck in shame, they are stuck in fear, they are stuck in scarcity, they are stuck in pride, ego, all of this. So it makes a low vibration because these things are literally weighing them down.
No, I get that. But if they're in low vibration,
So
from
that's how I test.
standpoint,
That's how I test.
they can only attract low vibration
Exactly.
people.
So if he's coming at me and I'm essentially inviting him to raise his vibration, I'm inviting him to trust a healthy woman who knows him, can see through him, and can
But
raise
by that
him
logic,
up.
he would only be able to attract you if you were a healthy woman. He would only be able to attract you if he was healthy. But because he's not healthy, he's attracting you.
No, because he's unhealthy.
nope.
He says
All right, guys, that's it. I'll put the link down below to the whatever podcast, especially the video. You guys can go complete it. But again, this woman charges young men apparently to go out on dates with her. Some men pay her rent. Some men buy her son diapers and whatever else she needs just to talk to them. She sleeps with some men she doesn't. And she likes low vibration men. So if you're out there, you're a low vibration man, she charges $100 apparently. Or you can buy her son diapers. All right. Subscribe. Till next time. Peace.